I'm going to try a little experiment for the next couple of weeks to run a solo play game where you can vote on what the party does next in the comments of the videos. If this is popular, I'm going to turn it into a regular thing. I created a campaign setting called Terra Invictus that I added on a really powerful solo play engine for people who don't have a group to run it with. There are some videos on my channel that demo how to use it. So at the end of each video, and sometimes in a post between videos, I will ask for your input on a decision. The most common one will be what direction should the party travel next, but almost every question will come from that party perspective, not an individual character. I don't even really know how this is going to shape out. I just want to make sure you guys have as much input as possible. And the voting rules are simple. Just leave a comment saying what you think the party should do. Don't leave a bunch of comments trying to game the system. I'm only going to count your first comment. And unless I tell you otherwise, I will only be counting votes in the first 24 hours. So I can quickly determine the answer and move on with what I have to do as part of it. And I do have some guys that like to leave super chats and super thanks. I will reward that loyalty with extra votes for doing so. So the first vote will be on party composition. I'm going to go through 12 different characters in this video. Vote on who you want to be in the party, and that's going to be who goes. Our first option is Grolmore the Stout, a tough, well-rounded dwarf fighter. We also have the Dwarven Wizard, Kronmusk the Thin, terrible strength and con, but very intelligent. Then we have Volred the Shrewd, an elf fighter that's great at melee and ranged. We also have Tiarsis the Reed, a 3-hit point elven wizard with advantage on 2 spells and a huge bag of coin. I only included one goblin option, Slygook the Firebug, a pyromaniac thief. And we also have Ducky the Whistler, a sickly halfling priest that whistles in crowds so he doesn't get stepped on. Our other halfling is Nichols the Snitch, a lawful thief that feels bad about his kleptomania. We could use Snubgrack the Poker, a javelin-obsessed half-orc that turns his enemies into pincushions. And we also have a half-orc priest named Shaglock the Snob, who insists he is the most intelligent priest on the continent. And then there's Zelb the Hunched, an ugly and obnoxious human priest that definitely never ever worked on a pirate ship, no matter what anyone says about that. Then we have Jasper the Craven, a human thief that prefers to kill his enemies with a surprise crossbow to the head. And our last option is Bruno the Miser, a human wizard who put all of his extra coin into a beautiful silk robe so that everyone knows that he's a nobleman. So cast your first vote. Drop 5 picks, and we'll figure out how to get this party started. We're going to start out in Morio, so the next vote will probably include which direction to travel from there, but also a few religious issues. You may have noticed I left that off of all the character sheets. Until next time, Chubby Funster out.